Hello and Happy New Year. We are here at the corner between this street going up to the Prague Castle and what is called Sporrengasse in SON, in the School of Night. Here are the steps that go up to the Hradčany area. And these were featured also in Outlander, for those who know the series. We are now going to go slowly down the street, and I'm going to point out a few of the houses that appear in the School of Night. I haven't read it in a while, so I am just quoting from memory. So this street is now called Nerudova, from the name of the writer Jan Neruda, and actually the house which is called The Two Sons, u dvou slunců, was also named after Mr. Neruda at the moment. So I'm going to show you now. So we are going to go carefully down the street. It's very abrupt. Very abrupt, and for a carriage with horses, I can imagine it must have been awful to go up the street. Now it's a one-way street, and not a lot of cars are actually allowed on the street. It's not on the it is a tourist street. As you can see, there are quite a few people now for the 1st of January, considering the quarantine. Normally there are so many tourists, it's almost difficult to see the street for the tourists. It's very picturesque. We are now in front of the Two Sons, as you can see here, u dvou slunců. I'm going to show you the Two Sons. I have to go down here and wait for this car to pass. Most of these houses are actually from the 17th century, because the houses that existed before were mostly wiped out by a fire. And the style you see here is called a Czech Baroque, and they're mostly the work of one person, the Czech-Italian architect Michael Santini. Here you see the Two Sons. Yeah, the Two Sons here, they are influenced by the Kabbalah, in the sense that they don't have any expression on their faces. You don't know if they are happy or sad, and they were supposed to be like that. And higher up it's the plaque of Mr. Jan Neruda. So we are going to cross the street now, so you can see more clearly the second interesting house, which is the house at the Red Lion Hotel, the Red Lion now. There is another one here at the Green Lobster, which you can see, and here is the Lobster, number 106, they say. Here, the Green Lobster. And now this is the house, now Hotel Red Lion, which is also featured in School of Night. Oops. There you are. We are going to go now slowly down the street, and we are going to go to our right, just to see the house at the donkey in the cradle, Oslav Kolebce. It's the first day of the year, the 1st of January, and it's quarantine time. Everything is closed, and the streets are full with, or half full with, mostly with Czech people. Normally Czech people don't come here a lot because of the too many tourists. It can get actually quite annoying, to be honest. Because there are too many people, and they ask. The Czechs love their history, but tourists very often don't read anything in advance, and they just ask silly questions. This is a very interesting house. I don't know if it's featured in School of Night, which is this one. As you can see here, the statue of Saint Václav. Actually, it started with the horseshoe. You can see the golden horseshoe, not the big one in the center, but the smaller one in the painting, and that was incorporated into the painting. So now we are here, close to what is now the Museum of Alchemists, but it was also known as the house at the donkey in the cradle. We are going to go down these stairs. I don't know if it's open actually, but I will try and see if it's open. Museum of Alchemists. So there are two houses that belong to this museum. There is one also close to the Charles Bridge. That one is the Museum of Ghosts, and this one is the Museum of Alchemy, which is in the house where Kelly, the alchemist, portrayed as a demon in School of Night, created most of his alchemical experiments. He was quite detested by the population. He was not a friendly person, and the name, the donkey in the cradle, comes from a story. Apparently, in the house where Kelly lived, there was also one woman called Anna. She was a very big gossip, and she gossiped about everybody, including Mr. Kelly. Well, Anna had a child. The child was very sick. It was a small baby, and the woman was quite desperate. She didn't know how to cure her son, and for this reason, in her desperation, she dared to go and ask Kelly for his help. Not only he didn't help her, but when she came back to her small son, she discovered that the baby had the head of a donkey, and that was the work of Mr. Kelly. So this is why the house is called the donkey in the cradle. So it looks like it could be open. As you can see here, it's not just the house, but it's also Kelixir. Kelixir is a coffee shop where you can find things. So here we are, the donkey in the cradle. Let's go inside. Here you have an interesting decoration. Here you can see Mu. Mu is actually a hotel, so you can, when you come to Prague, if you want to have a very alchemical experience, you can come and stay here at the hotel. And this is the entry to Kelly's Tower. So from here, I don't know if it's possible to see, these are the stairs that go up. It's the original staircase from the Kelly's time, where Master Kelly used to live. The house has been redecorated, refurbished. You see some interesting flying people over here, and round Kelly Tower, 1546. There you go. And here is Elixir, the alchemical pub with a queue of people waiting. This is very atmospheric, this flickering light. And here we have the museum of, let's come closer, museum of alchemists and magicians of old Prague. And here is the donkey in the cradle. There you are. The donkey and the cradle. So I hope you enjoyed this little walk, and with this view on the tower of Mr. Kelly, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and we'll welcome you at another tour of different parts of Prague pretty soon. Take care, have a marvelous year.